So, a few weeks ago, I went back up to Northern California, hang out with my homies, Thomas Leroy, Mrs. Babylon at the winery, uh, headquarters of the Sect of the Horn God. I go up there. I try to make it up there every year. I used to live up there for about a year, but I like to go up there. Just to hang out with my homies. And there are people from Satanic International, people from Sect of the Horn God showing up. I mean, Rhonda was there, Larry was there, the Dark Fool was there, Chad was there, and several others. You know, I go up there mainly to hang out um, with my homies, but I also bartend just to help them out with the events and stuff, and to kind of offset my cost of going up there. But either way, we're up there, and there's this chick who was going to be my date. Not going to mention any names, but anyway, I met her up in San Francisco, and it's a 3-hour drive from San Francisco into, bumfuck nowhere, California. I mean, it's like, it's out there in wine country, and it's in Lake County. And, well, date didn't go so well. You know, one, she left me stuck at the airport for 6 hours. I told her several times in emails and on the phone what time I was getting in San Francisco. And yeah, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on a wine tour, blah, blah, blah. I'll be able to pick you up in 6 hours." So I'm like, fuck, okay, whatever. So, I tried not to be upset about that. I mean, I was annoyed and irritated, but I didn't want that to ruin the date, or or the day. But so we got there really late on a Friday. Um, well, I told her it was VIP treatment, and because she's with me, and if she's with me, it's VIP. But what VIP treatment means is that, well, you get into the event for free. You don't have to camp outside. We had a cottage. It's a modest cottage. Uh, Mistress Babylon was cool enough to, you know, flop a futon down in our cottage, and I lived there for a year on that same goddamn futon. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, it's country living, but I it, VIP treatment to me means that you don't have to sleep outside, and the Dark Fool was good enough to offer us access to a shower and stuff like that. So again, it's country living. It's country living, and I mean, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm used to that shit. I mean, I lived there for a year. But this woman expected, I guess she expected something other than VIP. I mean, VIP, I mean, you get into the event for free, you know, uh, your drinks are free, your food's free, you have a roof over your head. I mean, I don't know what she expected. I guess maybe she expected like it's a fucking Marriott, you know, hotel, or the Hilton or something. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't know. I To me, that's like VIP treatment. Like, I don't know what she expected, but because women think, and no offense, women, But women think that men are psychic, and I don't. To me, that's VIP treatment. Like all these other motherfuckers are camping outside. Anyway, I fly into San Francisco, right? And mind you, this is bumfuck nowhere, California. This is like a 3-hour drive from San Francisco, into the middle of nowhere. Uh, although I told her like fucking, I don't know, a dozen times in emails and on the phone what time I'm coming in. And she's like, oh, I got the times mixed up. I thought you were coming, later. And so basically she left me at the airport waiting for 6 hours. I was not happy about that. I was, but I didn't want that to ruin the date or our day. We were supposed to stay there for like 4 days. Well, needless to say, um, we get there and we get there late. We get there, a day before the event, before this Renaissance / pagan festival. And so, we basically just got to, give everybody hugs. Everybody's there. People from Satanic International, people from the sect of the Horn God, Thomas Leroy, Mistress Babylon, the Dark Fool, Rhonda, Larry, Chad, and some other people. And it is just, so, the next day, you wake up bright and early, and I'm bartending because that's what I typically do at this event. I mean, I help out my homies, try to, recoup a little bit of the cost of my expenses of going up there. Uh, but this woman, um, and she's a nice woman. I mean, she was cool, but I don't know. I guess she's kind of a spoiled princess. Again, I think she thinks she was, we were going to stay at the Marriott. I told her what to expect. She got pissed off because, well, she pissed off me from the start. But again, I guess women think men are psychic, and um, I I was a bundle of nerves just from the trip and from flying. So, I bought a bottle of Gatorade and a pint, just a pint of vodka. And, and I drank that for the 3-hour trip on the way up. But I mixed it. So, so there won't be any problems. It looks like I'm drinking Gatorade, which I am, but I was having vodka. And, once every hour I'd ask her to pull over to have a cigarette. Yeah, but I wasn't like pull over in the middle of nowhere. It's like, you got to take a piss. You got to get some gas. You got to get, you want a donut, whatever. I don't know. I just want to have a fucking cigarette. But anyway, we did that. So she's pissed off. And again, I didn't know this at the time because apparently I'm supposed to be psychic. She didn't like that I was drinking in the car. She didn't like that I smoked. I didn't know she's like one of those anti-fucking Nazi smokers. And I was cool, like, I'm not going to smoke in your car. Like, it's a rental car, but either way, you don't smoke, that's cool. Then pull the fuck over, don't smoke outside. I don't care. That's cool. Just, let's compromise here. And she wasn't down with that. Well, she did, but apparently that makes me a fucking asshole. Anyway, we get there, and I gotta work. I'm there. Not only all my homies there, not all of them, but a lot of my homies there. And but I got a job to do. I'm bartending. And And there I'm bartending, I'm taking pictures, I'm filming the shit. And I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to her. I guess I drank too much. I guess she didn't like the fact that I smoked cigarettes. She didn't like the living arrangements, and she was VIP, but I don't know, VIP to me means, you get into the event for free. You're not camping outside like a lot of these people are, especially the vendors and stuff like that. Oh no, Mistress Babylon was cool enough to flop down a futon for us. I I slept on that motherfucker for a year while I lived there, so I don't know. I didn't see it, and there was a sleeping bag and a couple pillows. I thought, to me, that's VIP. I mean, it's not the Marriott, but Jesus, this is fucking country living, right? I was totally happy with the living arrangements, the temporary living arrangements. She was not, and she wanted to shower twice a day. And the Dark Fool was cool enough to offer us access to his. He had a hotel, him and his lady friend, and he offered us a access to his hotel so that we could shower. And I guess she wanted to shower twice a day, but we got there really late, and then when we woke up, I just started bartending, fucking busy. There's some communication problems with the Dark Fool and I. I basically wasn't attentive enough, and she got pissed off, really pissed off, and like wanted to leave. And she had been drinking some wine, and it's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm just like, look, just chill out, chill out. Don't drive 3 hours back to San Francisco. You're drunk. It's a bad idea. And she's just like, Zach, get the fuck out of my way. I just, okay, all right. I'm sad to see you go, but she was all pissed off, so I was like, okay, see ya, kick rocks. And yeah, that's basically what happened. I mean, I had a great time at the Renaissance / Pagan Festival with Thomas Leroy, Mistress Babylon, the Dark Fool, Rhonda, Larry, Chad, and several others. I don't know. I mean, it happens. It happens. I mean, it was a bad date. It's unfortunate. She was kind of also a little weird. I mean, she was a nice woman. I mean, I'm not here to talk shit because she was nice. Unfortunately, I guess the uh, the myth is always larger than the man, and I guess she didn't realize that and was disappointed. I guess I disappointed her. Uh, but you know what? Sorry about your luck. My homies come first. That's all I could really say.